Internal rift within the Palang Pracharath Party, PPRP. The Palang Pracharath Party, PPRP, a major political force in Thailand, is currently embroiled in a significant internal conflict that has exposed deep fractures within its leadership. The party is now split into two factions, each led by prominent political figures with divergent visions for the party's future. On one side is General Prawit Wongsuwon, a veteran politician and former deputy prime minister, who represents the traditional wing of the party. On the other side is Captain Thamanat Prompow, the acting agriculture minister, known for his more assertive and independent approach. This division became increasingly apparent following public disputes over the performance of Sretha Thavisin, who was prime minister at the time. Several senior PPRP members, notably those aligned with Captain Thamanat, openly criticized Sretha's handling of the government and the country's economic challenges. The tensions reached a tipping point when Thamanat's faction felt sidelined by decisions made by General Prawit's group, particularly regarding the inclusion of new party members whose political histories were contentious. The internal rift has led to a situation where both factions are maneuvering for control over the party's direction and policies. General Prawit's side is seen as more cautious, favoring a steady, conservative approach to governance, while Captain Thamanat's faction is pushing for more aggressive reforms and a rebranding of the party to appeal to a broader base. This power struggle has resulted in a lack of clear leadership and strategic direction, raising concerns about the PPRP's ability to remain a cohesive political force. The ongoing conflict could have far-reaching implications for Thailand's political stability, especially as the country approaches a potential election cycle. Extension of the 20 baht flat fare on metro lines. The Thai Ministry of Transport has decided to extend the implementation of a 20 baht flat fare policy on Bangkok's red and purple electric railway lines, a move initially set to conclude in November. This fare policy was introduced as part of a pilot project aimed at reducing the cost of living and promoting the use of public transportation. Since its implementation, the initiative has led to a 26% increase in passenger numbers, demonstrating its popularity among commuters. Transport Minister Surya Jungrungriangkit announced that the ministry is committed to maintaining the flat fare beyond its initial deadline of November 30, 2024. He indicated that the continuation of this policy might require approval from the new cabinet, and the ministry is prepared to submit the necessary proposal to extend the program. The ultimate goal, according to Minister Surya, is to apply the 20 baht flat fare across all electric railway lines within the Bangkok Metropolitan Region, BMR, by September next year. To achieve this, the ministry is drafting a new Common Ticketing System Management Act to present to the new cabinet, aiming to secure funds and support for the policy's expansion. The proposed legislation would also address the limitations of existing concession contracts with private operators. The flat fare policy not only aims to ease the financial burden on daily commuters but also to boost ridership on Bangkok's metro system, thereby reducing traffic congestion and air pollution in the city. However, the project has faced delays due to the transition to a new government, and further studies are planned to assess the feasibility and economic impact of reclaiming operational control of the electric railway systems from private companies. Flood warnings and government preparedness. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra has sought to allay fears that Bangkok could face severe flooding like the catastrophic floods of 2011, amidst growing concerns over current water levels and adverse weather conditions. During a recent visit to Sukhothai, a province recently hit by floods, the Prime Minister emphasized that the situation is under control and that water levels in affected areas are starting to recede. She reiterated the government's commitment to assisting communities that have been impacted by the floods, focusing on immediate relief efforts and longer-term recovery plans. She also addressed concerns about the potential for flooding in Bangkok and the central region, noting that the country's upper dams have sufficient capacity to absorb excess water, thus mitigating the risk of flooding downstream. The Prime Minister assured the public that, unlike the 2011 disaster, no severe storms are currently forecasted, and that the capital is prepared to handle the monsoon season effectively. Additionally, she highlighted the government's proactive measures, including improved water management systems, infrastructure reinforcements, and emergency response protocols designed to prevent a repeat of past flood catastrophes. Despite these assurances, there remains a degree of apprehension among residents, especially as the country enters the peak of the rainy season. The government's efforts are being closely watched to see if they can effectively manage any unexpected surges in water levels and protect key urban areas from severe flooding. The Prime Minister's comments come as part of a broader strategy to boost public confidence in the government's disaster preparedness and resilience planning. Controversy over Thaksin Shinawat's hospital treatment. The National Anti-Corruption Commission, NACC, is currently investigating allegations that former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawat received preferential treatment during his stay at the Police General Hospital. These allegations have sparked a significant controversy, with accusations that Thaksin, who was serving a prison sentence, was given privileges not afforded to other inmates. The investigation is focused on whether Thaksin's hospital stay was medically justified and whether he was provided special accommodations or services. The NACC has encountered challenges in obtaining crucial evidence, notably CCTV footage from the hospital's 14th floor, where Thaksin was reportedly housed. NACC Secretary General Nawachai Kasamunkal stated that the Commission has requested the footage from both the Department of Corrections and the Police General Hospital, but has yet to receive a response. The Commission is now considering whether to formally verify the existence of the footage and assess its usability as evidence. Additionally, the NACC has requested Thaksin's medical records and several related documents, although only some have been provided. Amidst the investigation, Pol Gen Saripasath Tinyaves, leader of the Seri Ruam Thai Party, has announced his party's withdrawal from the Pheu Thai-led coalition government, citing dissatisfaction with how the Thaksin situation has been handled. He has publicly stated that he possesses confidential information regarding Thaksin's condition and treatment at the hospital and is prepared to testify before the NACC. Meanwhile, reports indicate that over 100 correctional officers and senior executives from the Department of Corrections were involved in overseeing Thaksin's hospital stay, and they too may be called to testify. The NAC's probe, along with the Human Rights Commission's findings that Thaksin received better treatment than other prisoners, could have far-reaching implications for Thailand's political scene, particularly if any wrongdoing is confirmed. The outcome of this investigation is being closely monitored, as it could impact public trust in the legal and correctional systems and potentially influence the dynamics of the current coalition government.